Hey, you guys, it's your girl Dominique, and y'all know I just come to give some positive words, okay? Y'all, I had to throw on the sunglasses this time because I don't know, when these words were given to me, I literally told my mom privately. I was like, Mom, this one is heavy. And she's like, why, Dominique? Like, why is this particular message heavy on you? And I told her, I said, I honestly felt like I had some type of connection with my granny, and I don't know, it just makes me very emotional when I talk about her. She was such an amazing person, not only to me, but my mom and so many others in our family. And I don't know, I just miss her so much. And I felt a lot of pressure on me because I was holding on to it because I wanted to get it right. You know, if I'm gonna speak it, I was like, if Granny is involved in it, I want to hold on to this word until I know that I can speak it right and I can put it out the way that it was given to me. So y'all just be patient with me. A couple of guys are mowing around in the area that I'm filming this footage, and the wind is blowing. So y'all just bear with me. Doing the best that I can, but I wanted to be outside for this footage because I don't know, for whatever reason, I felt like I could get my strength from my granny. So I felt like if I was outside, you know, I could have the wisdom, have the boldness and the encouragement to keep speaking. My stand keep trying to fall because, like I said, this morning we really got some high winds in the area that I'm in, but y'all just be patient with me. I'm gonna try my best to get this footage out. I'm trying to get this stand to work with me. It's been with me for years, and long behold, the day that I come outside and try to do content, it will not stop falling. So if I keep reaching while I'm speaking, it's because this stand is about to fall and I'm trying to stop it from falling. And I know that this message is so powerful that I'm gonna be under attack, and it's not meant for this message to get out because this stand has never done this to me, where it just consistently keeps falling every time I try to begin recording. So devil, get up off me. This message will be out. It will touch the lives and spirits that it needs to touch today. So let me keep pushing. But the words that was given to me today, or the words that had been given to me, is stand in the gap. Stand in the gap. I was so torn in between the two because I didn't know if I wanted to do this message as far as it being standing in the gap or you got the keys. But as I speak, you know, you guys will kind of feel my vibe and see why I was torn in between the two, right? And I didn't know which particular subject or title that I wanted to do with this word. But I want to give just a little bit of history. I'm gonna scoot up and see if I hold it, will that help a bit? I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit, you guys. But I'm gonna give a little bit of history so you guys can understand why it meant, you know, why this word was so powerful to me and why I felt like it was just very emotional for me to deliver. So I believe my granny was a person that stood in the gap for our whole family. And the reason why I say that is because my granny, she was a person that she didn't mind standing in the gap, right? Like, she was the type that even when she didn't have it, she would still give it. Like, in an example, my granny was on a fixed income after she retired, and people would still come to her and ask her, you know, like, hey, can I borrow this amount of money, and can I borrow that amount of money? And knowing my granny, she didn't have the money. She would sacrifice and still give it to them, not knowing if they was going to pay her back exactly when they said that they were going to pay her back, or not knowing exactly when she was going to get her money back. She would sacrifice, y'all. She would just say, you know, yeah, you can have it. People would say that they would pay my granny, or they were going to pay my granny back at such and such date and time, but they didn't. Sometimes my granny would stand in the gap so heavily that she would even wait till people got their income tax time because she was okay with standing in the gap. I remember something that she used to say. It used to crack us up because we used to be like, Granny, seriously, you know we finna bring you something to eat. But I remember my granny, she would pay all her bills and she would have limited income left over. And she would say, my mom, we would be out, you know, paying bills, shopping, but we would be out paying bills, right? And we would ask my granny, we would say, hey, do you need us to bring you something back? And, you know, do you want us to bring you something back to eat or whatever? Because she loved when we would bring her fish or a big burger back or something like that. And my granny used to be so humble, y'all. She used to be like, no, you know, I got this bologna in the refrigerator and I got these peanut butter I got these crackers and peanut butters. I can make me some crackers, Lord forbid. But you know, most likely we ended up bringing Granny something to eat unless she was just adamant on like, hey, I'm good. I got this bologna. I got this peanut butter, and I got these crackers. I can still keep pushing on. So with me exposing to, you know, you guys as far as a gap keeper in my family, I truly believe once my granny passed away, there was a gap created within our family. We all tried to carry on. We all tried to continue living our lives because that was her wish. She wanted us to continue to live our lives. She wanted us to continue to have special events and have, you know, these big parties at our family house and just stay connected as a family. But I do believe that we lost that person that was standing in the gap. There's no telling how many prayers that my granny was lifting up for all of us that are now gone because that person is no longer here. She has went on to heaven, and the torch didn't pass on. You know, it just stopped. Those prayers just stopped. I know for myself, and I know a lot of her other grandkids might come on here as a witness and say, Granny was such a person that even if you didn't know you knew that you did something wrong, or you knew something that you needed to tell your mom or say, you would tell Granny first, and Granny would be the type of person that'd be like, you know, she may be mad at you. Like, I'm just using myself as an example. Your mama may be upset with you, Dominique, but go ahead and tell her what you did. She may be angry for a little while, but she's going to always love you. She's always going to love you. So my granny was a gap keeper. She was a gap keeper for our family. I truly believe she prayed for us when we didn't know how to pray for ourselves. She stood in gaps for us financially, and she suffered in order to see her family keep pushing. So I wanted to bring this to you guys as a question. Are you the person that's now called to stand in the gap? Has the torch been passed on to you? I truly believe that my granny has passed that torch on to me, and I stand boldly in it. Why? Because I have little cousins now. I have little nieces. I have little ones that look up to me. And I hate when I go home and I hear, oh, I'm getting bullied. You know, this person isn't treating me right at school. It really makes me very emotional because I see myself in them, and I'm like, God, you know, I come back home and I deal with it privately. I'm like, God, what can I do? You know, this bullying has been passed down to now my little cousins now they're getting bullied. They're probably experiencing the same things I used to experience, or feeling like I'm not good enough, or feeling like, you know, I'm different from everybody in the class. Like, how can I stand in the gap? How can I stand in the gap? So what I do privately, I pray for them. I'm like, God, it stops with me. It stops with me. What do you need me to do with myself to break this curse off of my family? Do I need to stop hanging around in certain environments? Do I need to put this down? Do I need to put that down? I am literally in a season, y'all, that I sometimes feel lost because old environments don't make me happy anymore. I'm trying to figure out where I belong. I know what I'm seeking. I know what I'm trying to do, but I know if I keep hanging out in the same environments or exposing myself to certain people, I'll never get to where God wants me to go because I'm still stuck in that same place doing the same thing. Are you willing to stop doing some of the things that you're doing to stand in the gap for your family, to stand in the gap to break a generational curse? I mean, we're in a position in this earth right now that if we don't stand in the gap, God forbid, what can happen? What can happen with our Medicaid? What can happen with our health benefits? What can happen with our economy? It is time for us to stand in the gap. It is time for us to stand in the gap. I don't know what curses has been going on in your family, but I want to see something shift in my family. I want to walk up to my family's house and they got more money in their pocket than weed in their pocket. They got more wisdom and knowledge in them than more beer in their refrigerator. I want to see something shift within my family. I'm not making fun of my family because I know everybody family falls short, but I want to see something shift. I want to see somebody say, you know what? I've been living this life that I've been living for a long time, but I'm willing to shift. I'm willing to stand in the gap because I want to see something different. I want to see us all eating at the table and nobody's watching that person go to the bathroom or get up because we're in this luxury house and we don't know if you're going to steal out of me, you know, you're going to steal something out of the room or not. I want us to all be in overflow, that it's like we all blessed. We all blessed because we decided to stand in the gap. I don't care. Oh, this goes so deep. Oh, this is so deep for me. I don't care what's been exposed in your family. You may have a family that has always been, the men has always been pimps. Your daddy was a pimp. His grandpa was a pimp. And now your son, you raising him to be a pimp and pimp women out and disrespect women. But I dare somebody, I dare one man in your family to say, I choose to change the way I live. I choose to stand in the gap. God, what do you need me to do? How do I stand in the gap for my family? You may have some women in your family that it has always been divorce after divorce. They have more baby daddies than husbands in their families. But I guarantee you, if somebody steps up and say, I stand in the gap, I stand in the gap for them, there's not going to be no more disrespectfulness in my family. My family, us known to be women that has our legs open and we hoes, I break that curse. I break that curse off of my family because I choose to stand in the gap. Men will not treat nobody connected to me. You ain't even got to be my family. You can be somebody that's messed around and got connected with me. That curse will be broken off of you because I'm standing in the gap for you. Men will not get in your head and make you feel like you're dumb, you're worthless. They're taking your money from you and you allowing them to take your money from you because you don't know no better. Somebody messed around and called you stupid. Somebody said, oh, you're dumb. She don't know no better. When you walk in the door, they make fun of you. God sees you. God sees you way bigger than what the world sees you. I dare you. I dare you to stand in the gap for your family. If it's not your family, stand in the gap for somebody else. You see somebody acting silly and acting retarded at work, being ignorant, I ain't gonna help. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. And they be like, Dominique, or if this is speaking to you, they'll be like, why are you continuing to work hard and ain't nobody else working hard? Why you working hard? They ain't gave us a raise and so. This job don't deserve that. I'm standing in a gap. I'm standing in a gap. I don't have to be like that. God has blessed me. It may not be the type of money that I want to make. I may not be in the type of season that I want to be in within this job, but God is providing my needs. I can go home and turn on my TV. I can watch what I want to watch when I come home. I may not have everything that I want in my refrigerator, but I have what I need. If I want to go drive in my car and get something, I can drive in my car and get something. It's not about that. It's about standing in the gap. Your character can shift things. By your behavior and how you choose to act, your manager may pull you to the side and say, just because of your faithfulness, because you've been faithful over a little, they may only get 25 cents. They may only get 50 cents. But your manager may pull you to the side and say, we got a different type of raise for you. Because you've been standing in the gap. You've been humble. You've been respectful. You've been nice. It's so easy to be nice to nice people, but it's hard to be nice to rude, disrespectful, ignorant people. You sitting up here wondering why people act like this. We are so blessed to even have a job. We are so blessed to even be in the position that we're in. It's people right now that's waiting to get a job. It's people that's laid off right now. It's people that go to work and they don't know if they're going to have a job tomorrow, but you got a job, but you sit up there and act silly because it ain't what you want to make. It's the people, it's the environment, it's the manager. You better stand in the gap. Go to that job and act like you're making the salary that you want to make, and I guarantee you God will shift something. God will shift something. This is a moment, y'all. This is a moment. This is a moment for us to stand in the gap. If you got people hating on you, if you got people disrespecting you, if you got people doing evil things behind closed doors to get a reaction out of you, I dare you to stand in the gap. I dare you to pray for them. I dare you to love that devil straight out of them. Love the devil straight out of them. People do things privately. They do things sneakily, and they think that they have, oh, I got away with this. I got away with this. God saw you. God saw you. I may didn't see what you did, but God saw you. So why would I act a fool? Why would I act a fool and I know you reap what you sow? Why would I act a fool? Why would I do that? I know the God that I serve. God, guys, I got to be so real with y'all. I wasn't even really planning to say this, but I have such a calling on my life that weapons are forming up against me. I just now built the confidence and the boldness to feel comfortable about speaking my full testimony on the internet. Right when I got to the point that I was bold enough and confident enough to speak my testimony on the internet, a weapon formed against me. and said, you can't speak. You can't say this. You can't say that. And I got angry. I said, Lord, how am I supposed to really share my testimony and spread the wisdom that you called me to spread with my calling? And now I'm trumped. Now I can't even say what I want to say. I can't do what I want to do on the internet. How am I supposed to, I got receipts, God. I know what I can do. I know what I can say. I know that I can expose the truth. God said, Dominique, don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. All I need you to do is stand in the gap. All I need you to do is stand in the gap. I know people in higher places. I know people. When I'm ready for your story to be exposed, I will let your story be exposed. You don't have to worry about what weapons are formed against you, what somebody say you can do and what you cannot do. I am King of Kings. I am Lord of Lords. I don't play little boy. I'm a big guy. I come to serve big things, not small things. You just keep standing in the gap, baby. You just keep standing in the gap. You keep doing your part. When I tell you don't do this and you actually be obedient, obedience is powerful. It may be uncomfortable, y'all. I'm being real with my own journey. Being obedient can be very uncomfortable because you like, I want to do this. I want to go out. I want to do this. And God is like, but if I send you there, you won't get what I'm trying to give you. You won't receive what I have for you. Let the weapons form, but they won't prosper. They won't prosper. When God is ready for you to be exposed, when God is ready for you to be, your message to be heard, your testimony to be shared, it will be done. When God has spoken, he has spoken. All you got to do is stand flat-footed and say, God, I'm here. I'm here to serve. What do you need me to do? I'm standing in a gap. I'm standing in a gap because something's going to shift. Something is going to shift. People are going to lose appetites, not only within my family, not only with the people that's connected with me, it's within everything that I'm connected to, my job, the people that have a little bit of mustard seed of faith in me and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to build. The curses that was on my life has been broken because I've decided to stand in the gap. Are you willing to stand in the gap? Are you the key maker in your family? Do you have the keys? Do you have the keys? Do you want to see your family, everybody all walking up and we all eating? It ain't about, can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? We all walking into overflow because we decided to stand in the gap. Will you be obedient enough to stand in the gap, no matter how hard it hurts, no matter how hard it feels to love your enemies and show them kindness and respect? Can you stand in the gap? This was so good to me. This was so good to me. I apologize for it being a little ratchet, y'all, with my stand falling, the wind blowing, but I really hope this touched somebody. Stand in the gap. Stand in the gap. I know it's going to be hard, and don't listen to what nobody has to say about your journey. Your journey is your journey. Some people, they get delivered very quickly, and congratulations. I'm not saying that in a sarcastic way. That's a blessing when God can just automatically deliver you and your life has been changed and you a brand new person. That is wonderful. But for some of us are hard-headed like me. It take a lot of bump in your head. You got to fall down. You got to sacrifice. You got to lose everything. And then finally you say, okay, God, okay, you got my attention. What's up? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? What you need me to do? How you need me to act? How you need me to dress? What environment do you need me in? How you want me to talk to people? Some of us, it takes a lot more work, but I guarantee you, if you take the step and stand in the gap, it will shift. It will shift. Those are the words that I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys receive it. I hope that this was a blessing not only to my family, friends, and those that's connected to me. I hope this was a blessing to everyone. So I will see you guys next time. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Bye.